Hello, today is May 22nd, 2024. So this is the geometry class, and then in particular we're going to talk about parallelogram. Okay, so first thing I want to tell you guys is, so for right now, when I save the file, I'm going to save it as the year, and then month, and then the date. And then of course I will give the category, for instance geometry, and then the key term, and then -3 for instance. That means the third video for the geometry class. The reason I'm doing that because it's easier to sort it that way. Okay, so before we're talking about the parallelogram, let's talking about the parallel lines first. So let's say those two lines, let's say this is the first line, is AB. Okay, the second line is CD. Those called parallel line. And then if there's a third line, let's say A, B, C, D, E, F, if that intersect with both of the parallel lines, and then the third one, the EF, it is called transversal, or transversal lines. Okay, now the transversal lines intersect with those two parallel lines. So the intersection, let's name them M, and then the next will be N. Okay, so there's a lot of angles right here. For instance, this angle, which is angle EMB, the angle right here, EMB, and then this angle, which is the angle MND. Those two angles are called interior. Oh no, I'm sorry. It is called the corresponding angles. And then the corresponding angles are equal. So for instance, this angle and this angle also corresponding angle. And then this angle, corresponding angle, so on and so forth. So you can play around by yourself as an exercise. So the corresponding angles are equal. So let's see. What about this angle right here? The angle. No, you know what? I'm talking about this angle right here. This angle, which is angle CAM, right? It's this angle right here. And then this angle, the angle NMB, the angle right here. Those two angles are called interior alternate. alternate interior angle. Notice this, let's say, is on the right hand side of the transverse line. This angle is on the left hand side. So that's the word alternate coming from. Interior means they are bounded by those two parallel lines. So that's why interior coming from. So those two angles, they actually equal. Okay, similarly, if we pay attention to those two angles, that is the angle AME. AME, that angle over there, compare with this angle F and D. F and D. So those two angles called alternate exterior angle. Alternate again, one is on the left hand side of the transverse line, another one is on the right hand side of the transverse line. Exteriors means if we view those two parallel lines, those angles are outside of those two parallel lines. So that's why it is called alternate exterior angle. Again, those two angles are the same. So with that being said, let's talk about the subject that we are going to cover today. For instance, this is the A, B, C, D. If AB, the segment AB, is equal to CD, and those two, AD equal to BC. Those are indeed the property of parallelogram. So if I told you the ABCD is the parallelogram, you know those two line segments are equal and those two line segments are equal. Not only that, the line segment AB is going to be parallel with line segment CD. Similarly, the line segment AD is going to be parallel with this line segment BC. And then additionally, we also have the angle BAD. The measure of the angle BAD is the same as the measure of the angle, is this one right here, BCD. BCD. If we look at those two angles, they are again the same. The measure of angle ADC, which is the angle right here, equal to the angle of ABC. ABC, which is this angle right here. Knowing those properties is very important so that we can use those to actually solve some problem. Let's give you some examples. Okay. So, for instance, if we have a parallelogram ABCD, and then the side of AD, this side, let's say is x plus y, And then the side of the BC is 37. And then the side of AB is 2x. Side of the DC, this side, is 4. And then we want you to looking for the x and also y. Okay, since the 9 segment AB is equal to 9 segment CD, so we got a 2x equal to 4. Because this 9 segment is 2x, this is 4. And then divided 2 on both sides, divided by 2. And then left hand side we got x, right hand side we got 2. So we solve for x already. Now we can use the similar thing to find out the y. We know this side is same as this side. So the 9 segment AD is the same as 9 segment BC. So we got x plus y, which is the side of AD, equal to 37, which is the 9 segment of BC. Since x equal to 2 right here, so we got a 2 plus y equal to 37. We subtract 2 on both sides. Since we apply the same operator and with the same numbers, so the equal sign still holds. Left hand side we've got y, right hand side we got a 35. So that way we solved both x and y. Okay. Let me give you another example. So A, B, C, D. In this time we're going to talking about angles. Okay. We know this angle right here is 2x. This angle right here is 115 degrees. And then this angle right here is 2y. Again, we want you to find an x, and then we want you to find a y. So again, the angle BAD, which is this angle right here, is the same as this angle, which is angle BCD. Okay. Notice when I say the angles, the angle corresponding a specific English letter, right? I put the letter in the middle. So that way you know what angle we refers to. And then also, one of the letter you can think of as a starting point, and then another letter you can think of as the ending point. So starting from here, this is the angle we're talking about, and the end right here. So B and D you can switch, it doesn't matter. So since those two angles are the same, so 2x is going to be equal to 115 degrees divided by 2 on both sides. So x equal to 57.5 degrees. Okay, again, since this angle, and let me see. Let me extend this a little bit. So that will be the parallel line and the transverse line that we discussed at the very beginning. Notice this angle and this angle right here, they are the corresponding angle. So this is 115 degrees. So that angle right here, the angle A, let's say this is O, AOC is going to be equal to 180 degrees, subtract 115. Why? Because this angle plus this angle is a straight line, so that's corresponding to 180 degrees. So that is going to be 5765 degrees. Okay, since this angle and that angle is the same, so 2y is going to be equal to 65 degrees divided by 2 on both sides, so y equal to 2.5 degrees. Okay, notice once you understand the property of the parallelogram, it is pretty easy. The problem is going to be very straightforward. Again, that's pretty much it for today. Wish you guys enjoy the review. If you have any questions, feel free to leave on the comments area so we can go over some of the problems again if that's most of the students get an issue with. Thank you. Bye-bye.